I also did some research, like I said, a lot of research. If you look at the screenshots I've pasted here, the pay of communication is what's displayed when you're streaming with a master's background. The average pay is what's displayed right now. And the average pay for cybersecurity analyst too is what is displaying right now. Do things that set you apart from the norm. For instance, for me, I was interested in tech and I still love background in communication. So I decided to bring it all together. So do things that make you set you apart from what people normally do. People normally focus on, just the technical skills. But mind you, most of these companies are also looking for people that can efficiently communicate these things to people that are not technically inclined. There were times where I was prepared to fail. Hold on, I'm going to explain. Hello everyone, my name is Maame Takyiwaa and you're welcome back to my channel. You can also call me Tay. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I transitioned from a communications major into cybersecurity. Hello everyone, my name is Maame Takyiwaa and you're welcome back to my channel. You can also call me Tay. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I transitioned from a communications major into cybersecurity. And if this is something that you're interested in, you definitely do want to keep watching. I'm sure you've wondered how to, pivot around transitioning, from a communications major or from a non-tech background into a tech background. And so if this is something you're interested in, you definitely do want to stick to the very end. So let's get to it. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to divide it into 4 main parts. I'm going to be talking about my background. I'm going to be talking about how I got into a cybersecurity master's degree. I'm going to be talking about the challenges and I'll share some tips with you guys. So for starters is my background. So for my background, I actually have I did my undergrad in communication studies, as you guys already know, and I did it in the University of Cape Coast, the best school in Ghana. And the thing is, whilst I was doing communication studies, I learned so many things like strategies, how to, work with people, and things like that. And I was looking for something to help me kind of channel it, I was looking for something to, channel it into, tech, or trying to bridge it with, tech somehow, because I've always been fascinated about tech. But over time, I realized that while communication was very important, technology was evolving. And, right now, tech is everything. Every company is almost being digitalized, and it was becoming very important for me to also find an aspect of tech which, spoke to me, or which made me feel very comfortable to be in. So that brings me to how I got into my master's in cybersecurity. For this part, fast forward, in Ghana, we have something called national service, where after, your undergrad, you work for the government for like a year and stuff like that. So during this period, I took my, study abroad research very seriously. And that was when I started looking for schools. I was very intentional and strategic, as I've mentioned in most of my videos. I was looking for schools where I would be able to, still come and pursue the cybersecurity. Although there were some schools that I still, applied to for the communication strategically, but the main thing I was looking at was cybersecurity. So number one, I niched, and then I made sure that the schools that I found were within the cybersecurity domain, or computer science domain, or tech or something. So that was kind of my thought process. So I found the school that was having a little bit, everything that I wanted, which was Montclair State University. It gave me the opportunity to, still go after my dreams, and even without a background, they were still willing to accommodate me and give me prerequisites, which were kind of like undergraduate courses, to kind of take me through and bridge that gap. So it became very important for me at that point to find a school which was willing to accommodate me and my background and where I'm coming from and what I actually want to do in my career, or my career prospects and stuff like that. And Montclair stood out to me, so that was why I chose to do Montclair, to go to Montclair to study masters in cybersecurity. And for me, cybersecurity, it stood out for me for so many reasons. It's not just about wanting to get into tech or wanting to get into cybersecurity because you heard it's booming and all of that. It was about helping people, leveraging on my communication to still help people and make impact. There are a lot of people that are not technically inclined, and they are not aware of the things going on, and I wanted to be some sort of exception to help them by bridging the gap between technical and non-technical experts by using my communication basically background. And that has been, my drive. I've also, encountered a number of personal experiences where, people close to me were scammed, or, certain things didn't go right because of these hackers or these scammers. And at times too, coming from Ghana, where most females aren't in these male-dominated areas, it felt like every time I, reach out to maybe someone in IT, or, somebody to help me out, they're either, full of themselves, or they don't want to help you out, or, they kind of look down on you because you can't even turn on your laptop, or, troubleshoot or do some minute things. And all these things really, like, it sparked a flame in me. It wasn't really like something that made me feel less of myself. It just sparked a flame and a desire in me to want to do it and want to be better in it. So I decided to kind of bring all that together by doing something which, combines communication to the cybersecurity. And a little bit of information for that. I also did some research, like I said, a lot of research. If you look at the screenshots I've pasted here, the pay of communication is what's displayed on your screen with a master's background. The average pay is what's displayed right now. And the average pay for cybersecurity analysts too is what is displaying right now. And you can tell by the difference that there's a vast gap between the two, and there were a lot of things that kind of, motivated me, including this as well. And you want to go into a field where it's worth sacrificing for, because at the end of the day, if you're protecting systems, if you're protecting organizations and all of that, it should be something that's fulfilling and also satisfactory when it comes to income. So that was kind of my thought process when it came to that as well. Now, moving on to challenges. You guys, this part, it hasn't been easy at all. It hasn't. Like, for me, I think because I'm a very intentional person, I started by, looking for introductory courses, like Cisco introduction to cybersecurity certifications. I started reading more. I started watching so many YouTube videos. I used links like Udemy, Coursera, so many YouTube videos and websites like that kind of helped me to understand what it meant, to be in tech, what this whole cybersecurity theory was all about. And I was fascinated. I was actually very interested, and I realized that there were things that kind of spoke to me. Like, it's the fact that you don't actually need to be, so technically inclined to be in cybersecurity. There are so many fields that accommodate people like us. And when I say people like us, I mean people that do not have the background. And getting into the master's degree with no background was very, very difficult. And there's so many fields that you can get into, like GRC, there's awareness specialist. There's so many aspects of cybersecurity that you can get into without you necessarily having, all the tech skills that you think you need to have. So that was kind of another motivation for me through the challenges. One major challenge for me was the fact that I didn't know almost anything about computer science. Like, I didn't know, I didn't have the hands-on, let me see, when it came to the actual cybersecurity, I didn't have certain technical skills. So when I started the program, it became very difficult for me in the sense that there were times that, some classes in, algorithms or, like Java programming and stuff, it became very, very difficult for me. And I had to really put in the work. Like, you guys, you have no idea. Like, there were times I'll be crying. There were times I'll call my family and tell them I give up. Like, I can't do this. And that passion, in me just kept me going. Like, I wouldn't care what someone would tell me, or I wouldn't care how little someone would make me feel. I'll just, look at the benefits and keep asking people for help. Like, teach me this, I need help with this. I'll email professors, I'll do this. I feel like I was the most annoying person in my first semester, and that actually paid off a lot. Like, that effort I put in, I was watching videos, I was not sleeping, I wasn't like going out, like here in America, I'm supposed to be chilling and all of that, but I wasn't doing any of that. And I can literally count the number of times I've ever stepped out of my room. And all those things for me made sense, because had it not been that, I wouldn't have gotten to this point where, I'm almost done with school and my grades are doing amazing, and, I made some of the best friends. And currently, by God's grace, I'm also like a graduate assistant teaching in the School of Computing. So I feel like the challenges were crazy. There were times where you're emailing, you're seeking for help, nobody's there to help you, and you have to figure things on your own. There were times where I was prepared to fail. And hold on, I'm going to explain. I mean that, like, there were times where if I don't know like how to solve, a certain question, a certain problem, and I don't know who to turn to, and I've watched all the thousands of videos and I'm still not getting it, I just hand in what I know like that, and it will make me cry, it will make me really sad and heartbroken and all of that. But I just kept my eyes on the goal, to be honest, and that has been my drive, and that has brought me this far. So the challenges have been crazy. I'll be pretentious if I say that I haven't had any challenges. You know, you have a lot of people trying to belittle you. Even when I came, there are a lot of people that will go like, oh, who asked you to come and to take, like, even without we are in it, we're suffering, like, you know, like, now for you, a lot of people say a lot of nonsense, and for me, that didn't like break me, or that didn't stop the drive. It just made me want to do it even more. So I think that it's very important for you to keep your eyes on the goal, keep focused, and keep going. Like in my previous video with Fred, a lot of people were wondering, why is it that she got a scholarship in other schools and she decided to come here? It's because of the goal, it's because of the passion, it's because I really wanted to do it. And it's because I see where I'm going, I know where I want to get to. So that for me has been like my source of hope through the challenges, and frankly, God has also been there for me. And there were times where I had this imposter syndrome where I'll be feeling like I don't deserve this, like I don't deserve to be here, like I can't do this, like all those things. But I just kind of like, I just reminded myself of who I was, and then I kind of like thought of my career goals, like what I want. This is what you want in the end, to just keep going, you know, and that has been very, very helpful as well. My family has been supportive, like I keep saying over and over again, and by God's grace, that's been my drive. And through the program, I have actually learned so many skills. I've learned how to use so many software, like verb suits and so many things. Like I didn't see myself being able to do certain things. Like even now, like I'm able to teach Java. Like some months ago, if you ask me anything about Java, I'll probably freak out, or I'll be so nervous, or I'll be really scared. But now I'm able to do it and do it well, you know. And even if I'm not perfect, I'm still very confident in myself, in the goal, like I keep saying. And that for me has, you know, been, you know, transformational in my life as well. And yeah, I think that you need to just, you know, take that step, take that bold step. And yes, enough of the challenges. Oh wait, one final challenge too is that sometimes you miss home, you feel like you're alone, you need someone to, you know, rant to or cry to and all of that, and you're all alone. And fortunately for me, I've had some amazing friends, my roommates, my other friends, you know, that have been there for me, that, you know, give me the chance to cry when I want to cry. So yeah, it's gonna get tough, but don't give up. And finally, I'm going to be talking about the advice to you guys that want to also switch your majors, or, you know, go into such a daring area. The first thing I'll tell you is that involve God. Like, I know people will think, oh, you're just trying to be religious or whatever, but without God, I wouldn't have gotten to this point, to be honest. Every stage in my life, it's been evident that it's been Him. And it's very important for you to involve Him. Once you do, you see a lot of things changing for you. Involve Him. And two, to go the extra mile, do things that set you apart from the norm. For instance, for me, I was interested in tech, and I still love my background in communication, so I decided to bring it all together. So do things that make you set you apart from the norm, from what people normally do. People normally focus on, you know, just the technical skills, but mind you, most of these companies are also looking for people that can efficiently communicate these things to people that are not technically inclined. So for me, I decided to leverage on that. It's very important. So find a way to do things that make you stand out and set you apart from the norm. The second thing I did was to take certifications and other courses. This is a little bit tricky because it gets difficult, it gets overwhelming, and sometimes you just don't know how to start. You know, you're watching a lot of videos, you're hearing a lot of things, and you just don't know, you know, how to start. And for me, I actually decided to be seeking for help. I asked for help from a lot of friends. I did my research, and I just kind of narrowed it down to, what do I want to do? Do I want to become a cybersecurity analyst? Do I want to become an awareness specialist? Do I want to become this and that? So through all of that process, then now I'm able to narrow it down to, oh, I need to do the certification. Oh, I need to get maybe my CompTIA. By the way, I got my CompTIA. Maybe I need to do this. I need to do that, you know, and all of that. So you need to know, have a plan, and you start from there. You need to start from somewhere. Take that bold step. Don't listen to people. Everybody is going to be telling you nonsense. You don't deserve it. You're a girl. Even the guys are suffering. This is it, this is that. And I'm actually going to start a channel on that, where I'm trying to empower women, empower, you know, young girls and stuff that want to go into daring areas to actually go in for it. And the next advice would be to network. You guys, networking has been so important for me. Network. A lot of people are willing to help. So many people have like information, and it's been very, very helpful. Like networking, I have a lot of friends that have helped me. Sometimes you are there, people are willing to refer you, people are willing to send you links, people are willing to, you know, write your name here and do this there for you. It's just through networking, you know. And there are even people that you would expect them to help out, but they're not helping. But when you network, you get to meet different kinds of people that are yes, sorry about that. You get to meet different kinds of people, and there's definitely going to be somebody that's willing to help you out. So please network. Feel free to send me a message. I'm always available to help out. My Instagram is _Maame Takyiwaa XX. My YouTube is Maame Takyiwaa, as you're well aware. And I'm going to be more active on TikTok and Facebook as well. Feel free to send me a DM and reach out. Yeah, and I'll be happy to help you out. So this has been my story about my journey transitioning. If I was able to do it, you also can do it. Don't listen to anybody and start from somewhere, and you definitely get to your goal. I hope you like this video. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. I've actually missed you guys so much, and I keep saying it in my videos, but this time you're going to be seeing the changes. So if this touched you, if this meant something to you, please share it to a friend, share it to another friend, to send a link to another friend, and all of that. Let's keep, you know, spreading it. It's possible. Your study abroad dream is actually very, very possible, especially if you want to do it into tech. And I'm always here to help you out. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time on my next video. Bye.